Bismillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is my other exercise. I believe it's about meaning from context. I don't know if I can make it bigger. Would it still? Yes, alhamdulillah. I'm not that good in using technology. Alhamdulillah, I managed to do that now. As we move on. So this question is about getting meaning from context, like you may have a question like that in your passage or from a text, a paragraph. This is a paragraph. It says, however, more people moving into cities created new problems. These problems are overcrowding, joblessness, and poverty, which means are all bad negative points. Was everywhere as the urban population swelled. Discrimination led to violence as factories workers fought in opposition against their bosses who paid them very little money for their labor. Some factories even used child labor, which was not considered legal. When I want to find the meaning of a word, I should look into the context before and after, the surrounding, find out if it's positive or negative meaning. Try to remove those prefixes if there are prefixes that gives negative meaning and the meaning is positive and so on. So I'm going to go through this as follow. Now, for me, the word opposition, you're talking about workers. They are fighting for what? For in opposition to bosses. Why they are doing some action? This kind of action because they are not being paid well. They're being paid little because there was discrimination. There was child labor abuse. They were jobless, overcrowding because of all these negative, these bosses are doing this. So definitely those workers are not in total agreement with those bosses. So the meaning opposition here is negative. They are not working, they are not agreeing, they are not in favor of working with those kind of bosses who give them a very, very bad environment full of discrimination and child labor abuse and overcrowds and so on. And I have understanding, disagreement, dependence, acceptance. The only one that gives me negative is this, because understanding is good, meaning dependence could be negative because you depend on someone, and acceptance is totally positive. So I'm between disagreement and dependence. If you don't agree, that's why you fight. You cannot fight with someone who is your dependent. Dependent means you need him. That's the word dependent. You are all dependents of your family. If you get married, you have dependents and you are becoming independent as you move out of your family's house. That's for the meaning from context. Another exercise that I'm giving you here is the word. However, more people moving into the cities created new problems, the same, and I want to find the meaning of the word swelled. If people are moving into the cities and new problems exist, like overcrowding, jobless, and poverty everywhere, the population, which you took this word, means the number of people will become, because of all this moving and enlarged, contracted, modernized, stabilized. I know people are moving, then more people are coming into the city. So I expect a large number to be there. That's why I have overcrowding and jobless because of too many people. So the meaning should be positive. Enlarge means make it bigger. Contract is the opposite of enlarge. Make it small. Enlarge means expand, means boost. Modernize has nothing to do with if you have more people, not necessarily gonna have, because modernized people do suffer, but this is negative meaning. Stabilize means no effect. No effect. But I know for sure if this happens, the population will swell. And because of that, there are more problems. So this is a positive meaning. That's for the synonyms, questions, and how to find the meaning from context. Thank you. Sorry.